Hey everyone, Draker here, and I'll be casting a 1 versus 1 on Lost Temple. Now we are here with Tyler, Liquid.Tylor as the blue Protoss, and then we also have SeleCT here as the red Terran. So we get a nice PvT matchup going on here, which is a little different from the normal TVZ. A lot of players have been starting to play Zerg again ever since the recent buffs a couple weeks ago. And Zerg just overall is much better race to play right now. They're not the weakest link, well, in the most part. So we got a pylon already on the way here for Liquid.Tylor. Probably going to see a supply depot come up here by SeleCT. Yes, we do. Surprisingly, he is not going to block off his ramp, which a lot of players don't do now unless you're facing Zerg for early Zergling rush. You'll see a lot of pros now just they're so busy into their macro that they just don't bother even bringing an SUV or a probe or anything down here to start walling off. They just want to get things going, get what they want to do, and all that fun stuff. Now at 11 supply here, we do have a gateway on the way for Tyler. Won't be surprised if we see a Vespene gas momentarily here, probably around 12 or 14 supply. We'll probably see him get a Vespene gasser and another gateway at 14 supply, which is a basic opening that most Protoss players do. 12 supply here. We do have SeleCT going for his barracks. He doesn't have he does have a refinery on the way as well. So we're probably going to be seeing wow, totally screwed that. Seeing some Marauders, early Marauders on the field, which is a pretty good unit to push out this early in the game against Protoss. Now we do have the Vespene gasser is on the way for Liquid.Tylor, so we'll probably be seeing him get a Cybernetics core right about now, and that's right on cue. So we are going to be seeing some early stalkers on the field, which is real good against any early push the Terran player could throw out. Now we do have the scouts are scouting around. Both scouted the wrong base first. Their probe and SCV is going to pass each other, so they are going to realize where the opponent's base are and be able to get some scouting information that both teams need. Now Cybernetics core is about done. We have a second barracks on the way here for SeleCT around 15, 16 supply. I normally get my second around 14 supply, but then again, it depends on what your build's doing, all that fun stuff. We do have a tech lab on the way for the first barracks. We are going to be seeing some Marauders in the field, which will be good to counter this Stalker that's getting Chrono Boost out by Tyler. We also have Warp Gates on the way. Got that incredibly quick. Definitely good to get that out, especially if you're going to look to do a quick early push. Throw down pylon over here. I like to put it right about over here. By the high yield, and then you can reinforce your army when you go to attack. Now, the second barracks is just about done here for SeleCT. We do have concussive shells, incredibly quick concussive shells on the way for SeleCT out of that tech lab, and we are going to be seeing a Reaper push, which is something you don't see too often anymore now. It looks like Liquid.Tylor was able to deny the SCV scout there by SeleCT, so that's going to hurt him quite a bit, not knowing what's going on, but he is going to be able to see a stalker on the field. Now, we do have one Reaper on the way. It looks like we can get some additional scouting information out. We do have some pylons over here. Keep an eye on some drops. Third supply depot is about done for SeleCT, as he is trying not to supply block himself, which is a good thing to remember. If you get supply blocked, then you fail, basically. Now it looks like this Reaper is trying to kill some probes. He didn't manage to kill one probe there, but the Stalker was able to pick off that Reaper. He should have waited until he had a couple Reapers in the field before he pushed out to do some damage, but he did get some scouting information done, and he does have a couple one Marine and one Marauder on the field, as we do have a bunch of Stalkers on the way here to the base of SeleCT. So it looks like I don't think, SeleCT is going to be able to kill one Stalker. He is going to be forced to pull back to his base, as he has more Marine and Marauders on the way out, not chrono boosting, thinking Protoss there. So he should be able to defend against this push here by Tyler, as he has an SCV trying to use his SCVs, as he has a bunch of them pulling them off the mineral field to use them as meat shields. Now we do have Stim Pack is on the way here for SeleCT. Now we do have also concussive shells did finish, so that helped him quite a bit against that early attack there by Liquid.Tylor. Now we do have another gateway as well as a starport on the way here for Liquid.Tylor, so I won't be surprised if we see an early Void Array push. Scan is going to go down. He's not going to be able to, I don't think, is he going to be able to see? Yes, he is going to be able to see that starport forming. So he is going to realize he's going to need to get some engine engineering bay up to get some missile turrets up. Is now getting his expand as the command center is going up at his natural. Around 35 supply. It's pretty normal to get expand around that time, especially against Protoss. Sometimes you see players wait a little longer just because of the close distance of the bases on this map, but he feels safe as he did defend initial push by Tyler. So he's feeling good. He does have a bunker here to defend also with a handful of units, so he should be pretty good for a while now. We do have a third barracks is on the way here for Select. So he's going to stick to ground units at the moment. We do have a few of sentries getting warped in here by Liquid.Tylor. He's going to definitely use good, I can't think of the word right now, but the sentries are great to use against Terran or any army, Terran Zerg most, as you can separate the armies, block them from, especially right here, you can block at the choke point, but you can separate the armies and pick them off easier than just going head to head and microwing back and forth and all that fun stuff. Now we do have observer on the way to the base of Select. Select should be able to scan and kill that, but if he's too busy worrying about other stuff, he might miss it. It's not too hard to miss, but he probably will. Now we do have more units getting warped in here for Tyler as he's sticking to a massive sentry stalker build, a little odd build there. Now we do also have an expansion on the way here for Tyler. It's the next, it's just over halfway done. We do have combat shields on the way here for Select as well. So Select is definitely looking to get pretty tech heavy here as he has Concubs herself, stim pack, and also now combat shields on the way for these Marines. So I'm going to feel pretty confident saying he's definitely going to stick to the MMM ball, although he doesn't have a factory to starport out yet, which I'm kind of surprised at this point in the game. You usually would have a factory out. Now we do have a good sized army here for Liquid.Tylor as he is transferring over some probes to mine out that natural and get that pretty fully saturated. Now we do have a Robo Bay over here kind of hidden in the corner for Liquid.Tylor, so he's definitely looking to get out as much buildings and tech upgrades as he can. I won't be surprised if he starts building Colossus. Yeah, it's just probably why he's building the Robo Bay, but Colossus are great counters to a MMM ball. Just fry the Marines and Marauders to pieces. And at this point, he finally is getting that factory down, so we are going to be seeing a factory into the starport for some medevacs on the field, but he is at this point sticking to the MM ball. So he's definitely feeling good to push out right now, but I have to say he's going to be pretty in trouble. We do have a handful of sentries in the field, so he's going to be able to force field, separate that army, especially if he can do it right here. Keep half of them in the back and just pick them off one by one. So he should be able to defend against the scan. Does go down in front of the natural to be able to check out the defenses. He feels good right now. He is going to push in with his handful of Marine and Marauders, and as a bunch of Zealots do get warped in, but they don't have charge yet, and he is able to trap a couple units and pick them off there. Separating the army of Select, but he only was able, that was kind of a waste as he was only able to kill a couple units there, as the whole army needs to be at least cut in half. Now it looks like we have more force fields coming down, but it isn't going to be enough. It is forcing Liquid.Tylor to pull up into the choke as he is warping in some more Zealots. He's going to be trying to pick off this Nexus, and he is going to be able to pick off this Nexus as the stim pack does just now wear off. That Nexus is done, but we do have a Colossus on the field just finished. We have a second Colossus on the way as well, so he should be able, wow, look at that, Marines and Marauders are just getting fried to pieces, but he was able to pick off that Colossus, and he is now going to be able to push into the main of Liquid.Tylor. Liquid.Tylor might be in trouble right now, but that second Colossus needs to get out as fast as possible as he needs a chrono boost. He is chrono boosting it out, and he also has extended thermal lance researching as well. And we did see some more stalkers, Stalker and the Zealot. They get warped in here, and wow, I have a frame rate spike there for a second for some odd reason. Another barracks is on the way here for Select as he is pushing out and into the base of Liquid.Tylor. Liquid.Tylor is forced to pull off a bunch of probes to protect a few units that he has, but he is going to have a Colossus is now on the field, and Select needs to pick off that Colossus as he stim packs at the wrong time, and the Colossus is going to be able to fry out the rest of this army as he is just singling off those probes. So that was a definitely great push there by Select. Was able to destroy that whole natural, killed the Nexus, killed a bunch of probes, and he killed a good army size there by Liquid.Tylor, and he's looks like Select is microing over some more units. Not microing, macroing. Wow, I don't know why they sound like almost similar. This is only a one-letter difference. But anyways, now we do have another army forming over here in front of Liquid.Tylor's base at the Xel'Naga Tower, and it looks like it was a good thing Liquid.Tylor was able to get that second Colossus in the field, or else he would have been in huge trouble. Now we do have extended thermal lance is almost done here for Liquid.Tylor, so Liquid.Tylor is going to have that advantage against this MMM ball here, and does look like Select is going to be going for his high yield instead of pushing out to finish off what he started. Liquid.Tylor definitely is in trouble here as he did lose this his natural there. Select is already fully saturated on his natural, working to work on his third base, and then at the high yield, that's going to put him at a huge economic advantage there, like extremely huge economic advantage there. I mean, you can only have like 32, I think, probes mining per full mineral base. I don't know what you want to call them, mineral fields. You can only have that many, so he definitely has about. No, he doesn't have that many guys. He did lose a bunch of probes there, but he needs to start getting a second base soon, as he can only mine a certain mineral per minute. Not that matters at this point. Now we do have Liquid.Tylor is putting a proxy pylon in front of his base, so warping some more units. Looks like he was trying to push out with what he has right now. That pylon is a waste of 100 minerals right there. We have these 2 medevacs are now on the field, as Select is still reinforcing this army as he has. So he has another good-sized army. Scan is going down in front of the base of Liquid.Tylor, and Liquid.Tylor is looking to push out with a bunch of Colossus right here. So he is going to be able to counter this Marine Marauder build here that Select has. But we do have a couple Vikings to be able to counter this Colossus, and he is going to be able to pick off these Colossus one by one, although he is going to be able to lose a bunch of Marauders in the process, and the Colossus are down, and the rest of Liquid.Tylor's units are just got picked off and fried to nothing. And there's the good game, and Liquid.Tylor has left the game. So it was definitely a good matchup between both these players. Tylor was definitely in trouble after he lost that natural. He should have went, instead of reinforcing his armies, went and just rebuilt that natural so he could gain minerals. He would have been a little left behind on his army right there, but he would have been able to pick that up within a couple minutes after that Nexus was done, as he would have had plenty of time, as Select waited a few minutes before he countered attack once again. So it was definitely a good counter here with the Vikings by Select. He probably would have lost a good amount of the rest of those units there with those Colossus, with the extended thermal lance, and it probably would have kept Liquid.Tylor in the game just a little bit longer. But there you have it. This game goes to Select, and I'll see you all next time.